Okay, so welcome to this gratitude call. We wanted to get together, myself, Caitlin, and Maggie, to celebrate this time of the year, where in the States we celebrate Thanksgiving, which is a time of gratitude. But we wanted to turn it back onto ourselves, because so much of the time life is so busy, and when we do take a moment to stop and be grateful, I feel like we're usually grateful for our circumstances, which is beautiful, right? Like, oh, it's a beautiful day, or, I had a great day at my job, or, my partner did something really nice for me. Like, there's all these awesome things that we can think of that remind us that there's more good in our life than bad. But I feel like what we often don't do is stop to show gratitude towards ourselves and the things that we do to make things happen, to make our lives richer and fuller. So before we get started, I just invite you all, you can, you don't need to look at the screen. You can maybe close your eyes for a moment, or look out at something if you've got something pretty to look out at. And just take a moment to take a few deep breaths and be in your body. So take a nice deep breath in and a slow breath out. And just do that a couple more times. Breathe in. And let your body and your shoulders relax when you exhale. And one more time, deep breath into your belly. And feel your shoulders soften when you let the exhale happen. Okay, so that's a great way to center yourself if your mind feels busy, just to kind of clear the mind and connect to your body, just 3 slow breaths. So what we'll start with today is a journal prompt. Now, if you don't have a journal with you, don't worry about it. You can just think about it, or you can type it in your phone. But if you have something to write with, that's ideal, so that you can just jot a few things down. It's not going to be a long writing exercise or anything, but it's nice to write things down that come to you. So I'd like you to just write down whatever first comes to you with the question of today. What have you done for yourself today that you're grateful for? And this could be anything from, I drank enough water today, or I got to work on time, or I followed through with my morning routine, and set out what I did what I set out to do. I think that's what I meant to say. Something that you made happen yourself, not that just was by circumstance, but by your doing. What's something that you've done already today? And we can keep this as simple and basic as possible. And as a reminder that we are the ones that empower ourselves to make our life what we would like it to be. So maybe you can jot down one thing, maybe you jot down a few things. What did you do today that you're grateful that you did for yourself? You made it happen. And I'll just give you another minute or so to think about that, or jot down some more ideas, and you might end up coming up with lots of things. Okay, and then I've just got one last question. And that is, what is something that you've done? It could be one time in the past, or something that you do regularly, maybe you do this often, that serves you and other people around you, or other creatures around you, or the earth. So this could be something like, well, I go out and I take my walks, and there's been a few times where I've picked up trash. So I'm not only doing something nice for myself, I'm doing something nice for my community and the neighborhood and the earth. What's something that you do that serves you and those around you? Like for me, I could say playing with my dog. She brings me so much joy. She makes me so happy. It's so good for my mental health to hang out with my dog. And also I give her all this attention, make her happy, give her cuddles, take her outside. So it just feels like it's more than just me. Okay, I'll leave it at that, but you can feel free to expand on this later after the call if you like. And my invitation to you is to maybe add this in as a practice once in a while. If you're feeling a bit low or having a tough day, you know, when we often talk about gratitude lists, you know, in my journal every night, I write about what I'm grateful for because it helps me have a healthy, positive perspective from my day that just happened. And then when I turn around on myself and I write what I did to make my day better, I feel very empowered. I feel like I have agency and choice and control in my life. So that might be something that you enjoy too. And it might be something that you share at Thanksgiving with family as a way to have a little, you know, ritual before you eat. All sorts of ways we can add these into our lives, these practices. So before I turn it over to Caitlin, let's just take a moment, maybe bring your hand or both hands over your heart. Take a deep breath in into your heart, showing gratitude for yourself. And do that 2 more times, just breathing into your heart space, feeling grateful for yourself. Right. And then I'm going to pass it on to Caitlin, who's, I know, multitasking with a little one. But I think she's used to doing that, multitasking. So I'll pass it on to you, Caitlin, when you're ready.
Okay, hold on. Stay in the yard, please. His cousin's next door at grandma's house, so he's like trying to escape. Okay, so I actually did it differently than last time. I actually shared all of the blends I made for this call about 5 minutes before this call, because last time that was like kind of confusing and I couldn't put them on the screen. I know they're a lot. So I just thought I would read off a couple of them rather than all of them, since that was a mess. But one that our whole group has really liked is my gratitude blend that I made. And Maggie tried this the other day and texted me that it's one of her new favorite blends. It is 3 drops of bergamot, 3 drops of copaiba, which is actually, I was at a convention and it's actually copaiba, which is, it's like from the, I think the Amazon, 2 drops of cinnamon bark, which for me is always a fall scent, and 1 drop of juniper. And for this one, do be careful if you are diffusing it around dogs, because cinnamon bark can be very sensitive with dogs. Another one is the Give Thanks blend, which is super easy. It's just 3 drops of cassia and 3 drops of cheer. And then the last one that I wanted to read on this call is Celebration and Gratitude blend, and it's 5 drops of bergamot, 2 drops of grapefruit, 2 drops of cypress, 2 drops of frankincense, 1 drop of ylang ylang, and 1 drop of ginger. And then I put a couple other blends in the Facebook group under the event, and then I'll also share them to Rise and Thrive later tonight. And yeah, that's.
Sorry, I just muted you because I thought you were trying to mute yourself. Thank you. Those sound really awesome. Yeah, it's hard to remember all those. So that's good to have it in the group. The one you mentioned, Is it give thanks or was a celebration one? No, give thanks where it's the cassia and cheer. Yeah, that sounds really nice. Cheer is already a blend that has like citrus and cinnamon, like spicy, kind of scents as well. So that one sounds really nice. And cassia is in the family of cinnamon. So it has a very, very similar aroma and taste. It's really nice. I've used cassia in my oatmeal and stuff just to give a little zing. Does anyone have any questions or thoughts or anything about that journal practice or about any of the blends? If you do, feel free to unmute yourself and just ask. I'll give you a little bit of time there if you like.
Kia ora from New Zealand.
Hi.
Quick question. What's the benefits of juniper? And what sort of oil is that?
I'm going to get the book to give you a more detailed description than I can give. One sec.
Okay.
I've been using juniper berry lately, just diffusing because I really just enjoy how it smells. But let me give you a little more detail with this. Okay. So I'm going to give you the physical benefits of juniper berry and then some emotional stuff too. So the physical benefits are that it's really helpful with skin stuff like acne and psoriasis. It's also healthy for the kidneys. So kidney infections, urinary health, water retention. It helps with jaundice and liver imbalances, sore muscles and joints, and high cholesterol and blood sugar levels. So juniper berry, I have this really cool book called Emotions and Essential Oils. And it's really, I love this book because for each oil, it describes like its main emotional focus. So let me go to juniper. I can get to it. And then it gives you a little bit, it helps you pair it with other oils as well. Okay, there we go. So this is an interesting one. Juniper berry is the oil of nighttime. Juniper berry assists those who fear the dark or unknown aspects of themselves. It helps individuals understand that those things they fear are intended to be their teachers. Instead of hiding from what they don't understand, juniper berry encourages people to learn the lesson and face their fear. These fears often live within the unexplored ideas of the self. Juniper berry acts as a catalyst by helping people access and address those fears and issues which have been long avoided. Dreams contain nighttime communications. Even nightmares can reveal unresolved fears and issues. Juniper berry offers courage and energetic protection in the nighttime. It encourages an honest assessment of the information being communicated from within. It helps us reconcile the fears and other hidden aspects to experience greater wholeness. So negative emotions that we might have that juniper berry can help would be irrational fears, recurrent nightmares, disrupted sleep, avoiding problems. And then on the positive side, juniper berry can help us feel protected, have peaceful dreaming, feel courageous and self-aware. Companion oils would be black pepper, clary sage, on guard, and vetiver. And I can always take a photo of what I just read and post that if you guys want to. So yeah, pretty cool, interesting oil, that one.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for asking that. Anyone else have any other questions or anything to share? Did you find the journal prompt helpful to kind of, yeah, cool. I like doing that. I like turning it back on myself. It feels good. All right, well, that's all we have to share for today. Thank you for joining us on this short little gratitude call. I hope it made your day a little bit brighter, and we'll be sharing the replay as well. Thank you all for coming.